Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ryuga here with another video. This time, we're doing a discussion video specifically about why I enjoy playing the Legion and why he is my main. Now, before we jump into the video, I do want to address the fact that I have changed my audio just a little bit, so I would like some feedback. Let me know if it sounds good. If it doesn't, anything like that, I'm fiddling with it because I want it to sound a lot better for you guys, and the only way to do that is to, get everybody's feedback. Other than that, let's just jump into the details of the video. Let's discuss Legion. So ever since Legion came out, he's been a little looked down upon. He's vastly remembered by people as the broken killer who probably triggers people's Legion PTSD, as I like to call it. And during those dark times, I personally saw the light in this killer. I saw potential that most people just didn't even see, and that's the main reason I decided to play them. And not once did I really exploit him in those dark times. So even after all the changes made to him, he's still one of my favorite killers, and I absolutely love his playstyle. As much as I throw around the fact that it's fun to stab a survivor and play connect the dots with killer instinct blips, there's a lot more to them than meets the eye. There's an aspect of DBD that I despise a lot, and it tends to be how many times that I have to outplay a survivor to actually catch them. You hit them one time, then you hit them again. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. Dead hard. I guess I have to spend another 30 seconds trying to catch them. Oh god. 2 gens just popped, dang. The point I'm trying to make is that Legion's ability to chase and injure an entire team and put constant pressure on them by causing them to mend and being able to push them off generators is huge. There are not a lot of killers in Dead by Daylight that can do this as well as the Legion can. As the Legion, you initiate your Feral Frenzy and damage as many survivors as possible. With the last one, you can chase them normally. They're already injured, so all you have to do is mind game them once, possibly twice if they have Dead Hard and they use it well, and you get your down incredibly fast. You compare this with things like Pop Goes the Weasel, and you just have so much pressure as the Legion that it's incredible. This is a big reason I rarely lose any of my games when I am playing the Legion. Once this happens, all you have to do is repeat the process, find the injured survivors, and down them easily. Pop Goes the Weasel, repeat. One of the key aspects to being good as the Legion is being able to understand mind games to the point where you win almost 90% of them as killer. Even the good players I go against fall for my mind games most of the time, causing easy chases and more chances for me to go pop the gens. Legion synergy with a lot of slowdown perks also makes them very attractive, because another turnoff of Dead by Daylight is how fast games can actually go. Without this kind of pressure, you end up having to sweat a lot more in order to secure your victory. Another downside to playing killer is that sometimes it's difficult to locate certain survivors due to their ability to hide, especially without barbecue and chili. However, once again, Legion excels at locating survivors, and once they're injured, you can hear them from almost a mile away. This is why I enjoy playing the Legion so much. The ability to always have pressure by locating and injuring survivors and make very fast downs paired with perks to help slow the game down is something that most killers just don't have. I can play at my own pace, I can 12 hook everybody, I can 32k most of my games, and overall give the survivors a good time. Unlike a lot of strong killers, you tend to down survivors too fast and down too many at the same time, leading to you not earning as many points. But with the Legion, you can frequently take your time in games, if you so choose. You can earn the points you want, and you can give the survivors as fair as a chance that they need without specifically tunneling them. Legion just makes me feel like I'm in control. I get to sprint after survivors, injure them in almost all scenarios, and unlike most killers where a survivor can loop you for a long time before you get your first hit, healthy survivors tend to be a lot more cocky than those who are injured, so the fact that you can injure survivors so easily results in survivors actually looping you instead of being far more cocky, than they should be acting. I just feel like the Legion has a unique synergy with a lot of meta going on in Dead by Daylight right now, and it just feels great playing him and far less frustrating than almost every killer in the game. Legion also has a ton of variety in the way you can play him, especially with his add-ons. You can blind, you can break, and you can even mangle survivors with his Feral Frenzy using certain add-ons. You can go for duration, you can go for recovery, and with all these different add-ons, it allows you to be able to make a build centralized around what you want to do, and with the Legion speed, you're able to put it into motion incredibly fast. Not everything about the Legion is great though. He does have a lot of downsides. People who run Resilience almost will never waste time healing against the Legion, and he also has a fatigue that by the time it finishes, you probably could have watched the entire saga of Star Wars, before it actually finishes. Survivors that are smart can also make distance in such a way that even if you're chasing them, you won't be able to chain a hit with Frenzy. However, a lot of the time, these frustrating games don't happen. But you can encounter these players, and it can happen. Most people think that Legion is the worst killer in the game, but when I play him, I feel like I can take on pretty much any team out there, and no other killer gives me the same thrill as playing the Legion, pretty much. He's just his own unique experience, and not any other killer can, compare. He's just, the Legion. Compared to most of the killers I play, I almost never feel like the game is going too fast for me. I'm able to enjoy the luxury of chase against decent survivors without worrying too much about gen speed. They also have a lot of fun things you can do with them as well, such as being able to vault over pallets when you get blinded and down a survivor. It's extremely satisfying, although it may get patched in the future. Another interesting thing about the Legion is that they have a wide variety of cosmetics, and it makes it incredibly fun to mix and match. There's a lot of opportunity the devs have with the Legion cosmetics, and I look forward to all the skins that eventually are going to come out for them. Possibilities of mixing and matching makes it extremely fun to just mess with their outfits. One thing I don't understand when I'm discussing the Legion is why so many survivors insist that the Legion is the worst killer in the game. The majority of my games are 4Ks and I can go on endless win streaks. I don't know if it's because I played Legion for so long or what, but a majority of the Legion players I watch or that I face actually somehow manage to be bad. I don't know anything about the specific kind of game sense required to play the Legion, but there is clearly some kind of barrier in a lot of players that causes them to be unable to play the Legion well at all, which is probably what gives Legion a bad name. Most Legions I go against, put it bluntly, kind of suck. I have yet to ever die to a Legion since its release, besides being face camped, and this is not an exaggeration. It is extremely weird to me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the discussion though. If you have any input or questions, please feel free to ask. I hope the audio quality was okay in the video, and I will continue to work on it. I also know there is a weird sharp sound when I'm talking as well, and I have not located the source, but hopefully I will be able to get rid of it in the future. Other than that, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever time it is, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the fog. Peace.
There was thunder and lightning. It was awfully exciting.